35.
Well, the trick shots usually come at the end of the evening, but that was a valuable one.
He did try that shot, didn't he, to wriggle it?
Yellow.
No, he's not going for the black to play on the red up by the pink. He's playing to keep things tight. I can think of players that would have tried that. But you could never say that was a wrong shot. Very well played.
Yes, he played to his own percentages there, not anybody else's. Didn't feel 100% confident of the pot.
Didn't amount to anything, although he could be in behind the black here, Trump. I think he needs to be really tight on this. Oh, he's played it terrible. Missed it altogether, the snooker. Bit of a fiddly shot, wasn't it? He was very close to with the cue ball and object ball there, I suppose. I think a good billiard player would have been right in behind the black there.
Meanwhile, Trump's left him tight in behind the pink.
Ebdon certainly lost that little battle. Now he needs some luck. Trying to hit half ball up the table off this to get the cue ball back. That's an excellent shot. That is a really good shot from Ebdon.
Yes, it wasn't a matter of luck that he hit that red half ball. The pot not worth going for, even for Trump.
Well, Ebdon's already kind of taken the sting out of the match at the start of it by not letting Trump in and let him dominate. If it gets a little bit tactical on the colours, you'd think that Ebdon might have the edge. But, once again, Trump with his hand on the table, not saying he'll pop this, but he wouldn't lay long odds.
I think he believes those are easy.
Hit it beautifully. Tremendous shot. That's why he is such a good player. This is good enough as well. Nothing wrong with that shot. Again, you wouldn't want to be straight on this. And he's got a very, very slight angle, that's all.
Too slight to get out for black as he wanted to.
Yeah, I think if he gets a snooker behind the black, he'd like to cut the left-hand cushion out so that Ebdon can't go that way. One cushion onto the ball. Well, he's played it
Judd Trump 4
to kill the black, and it's not a bad shot, I guess, under the circumstances. Obviously, Ebdon as a right-hander, if he ever got down to the black, he would fancy potting it. I think that was probably a good shot there from Trump, just to try and put the ball a little awkward. 16-point advantage he's got. Well, there are two ways of looking at the shot that Trump had. Alright, he put the black safe. It seemed an intelligent shot, but if he got hard up behind the black, Ebdon would have struggled to hit the yellow. So, two different ways of playing the shot that he was faced with there.
Ebdon tried to tuck in behind the green there.
Well, he's just got to think of a way keeping that man out for the next shot. Up and down the table, I think, just to make sure he puts the yellow in a safe position. Sometimes it's just the only thing you can do is get the object ball safe.
Not bothered about potting that. In fact, I don't think he attempted it because he couldn't get plumb on the green.
Well, he definitely won't be able to get on the green from this, even if he pots it. Wouldn't surprise me if he refused this pot. I don't know whether he went for it or not, to be honest. Maybe someone could tweet us and let us know. That was in between shots there. This time, awkward cueing for Ebdon. Can only see the side of the cue ball.
Well, he took the chance to develop the black, but at the cost of leaving a sitting yellow.
Still wants yellow, green and brown. Still got to play one more good shot here to finish across the table. Well, he can't reach that very easily. Like to just lean across. If it's a bit of a stretch, maybe just reach it. My word, that's a stretch. You've got to have something on the floor. Yeah, I think he was definitely overstretching there.
And now he's left the frame on for Ebdon.
Can you believe it? Frame that he's been almost presented with here.
3.
It was an awkward one. I think I can understand why Trump did lean over for that green, but I'm sure with an extension on his cue and a bit of a extra time, I think he would have got that.
7. Well,
nothing to do with this, just knock it in with the black there. And this is a steal for Ebdon.
18.
Tactical play played an important part in that frame. Peter Ebdon has won it on the black to lead Judd Trump by the frame to 0.
The second frame, Peter Ebdon to break.
There's certainly a lot of people that would have fancied Judd Trump to win this match. A few people said to me that they thought he was a good bet, and set them back a bit, hasn't it, in losing that frame in the way that he lost it, when he always looked like he would win it. I mean, the chance he presented with Ebdon was a gift at the end, really. Stretching a little bit on the green that he played. Can't take liberties at this game. However good a player is.
Only one frame gone, but it's been enough to illustrate a difference of approach. Trump has gone for pretty well at everything. Ebdon has refused a couple of potting opportunities in favour of safety.
Ooh, a little grimace from Ebdon there, I noticed, because that man has put him in a lot of trouble, queuing right over the top of this green. It's a horrible shot. And he's got to really get the cue up very elevated to try and get down and hit some of this cue ball. The red he's playing, he can see it full on. You're looking to screw the cue ball up and down the table. Hidden hope. In the end, I think he half panicked on that. It was a terrible shot.
I think his head came up on that quite dramatically.
It's a good job there's no shade on the table. Yeah, I think he knocked it off the string.
Thanks. 1.
And because his head came up, I don't think he hit the cue ball exactly where he intended to.
Apart from all that, it was all right, that shot. He was rushed into it, wasn't he? That was the problem. That's what the perils of the
7.
shot clock can do to a player who's not naturally that quick around the table.
Eight.
I suppose Ebdon can be thankful that it isn't a 20-second shot clock as it experimentally was for the league last season. And Mark Williams remarked that only Ronnie O'Sullivan and Judd Trump could play to a 20-second shot clock as if it was normal.
Interesting that Williams should say that, because he is also a very quick player and no nonsense approach to things. I think he's probably right though.
10. 11. 17. 18.
He's always got that red up by the blue that he could take, if he hasn't got an angle on a colour, but I think he would like to play down the pink and black end of the table here. He's not played that very well. He screwed it too much. He's on one, but it's awkward with the rest, or maybe again a little bit of a stretch to get to that one.
Judd Trump 20.
Well, it certainly wasn't as much of a stretch as the green that he missed in the last frame, and I was quite surprised that he missed that.
Yeah, he was more comfortable on that shot than the one in the previous frame, but he was just leaning across the table. This is a bit straight. This could be a deep screw from Ebdon.
1.
Well controlled.
Seven.
Ebdon attributes his current good form, at least in part, to the vegan diet that he's adopted. He's always kept himself very fit, but look at him now, there's not a spare ounce on him. None of those things necessarily help you to pot the balls, but Ebdon's got a lot of ability as well. it may be fair to characterise him as
40.
the modern game's leading grinder, but that doesn't really do him justice. He's very skillful as well.
15.
Great tactical appreciation of the game.
It's true, but he's strange because he is at times a slow player. Everyone knows that. But in general, he is an attacking player still. I mean, he does have the tactical skill, obviously, and all the battling qualities, but he's an odd one because he's a slow player that does take shots on. Most slow players I can remember are all
20.
pretty negative, but he's not like that. Unusual combination.
22. Peter Ebdon, 22.
Bad miss.
Terrible. He's not even wobbled this.
One.
It could prove an important mistake.
7. 8.
No guarantees that he will go on and win the frame from here because every one of the remaining reds after this one are a little bit awkward.
50.
Now if he was finishing where he is now with that cue ball on that red that follows by the black, he would be okay on it. Instead choosing to play across the table. He's not gone far enough though. This time there's no stretching, he's got to get
21.
the extension on his cue. This is where things start to get a little bit tricky.
Time extension.
He knows the importance of this shot. Strange thing is he never used it. He had 31 seconds left when he played the shot in the end.
22.
Could just pop this pink and get onto the other red on the left corner or on the left cushion. That would be getting that difficult red out of the way.
$28. Judd Trump, 28.
It would have been easier if the cue ball had been an inch or so further into the middle of the table.
And this is very troublesome indeed. If he's going straight onto the vault cushion first of all, that means he's in a lot of bother here. That is just not an easy way to escape. I think he's going to have to use another extension up here. There's no obvious shot.
Time extension.
Well, I don't think he's got any idea what to play. And he's only got 15 seconds to find a shot. Hit and hope. Via 2 reds, he finds his way back to vault. How lucky was that? Well, he's given Ebdon something to go at, but this is there's pressure on it now.
One.
Decent pot. but not on the black.
Peter Ebdon 1.
Might just go a couple of cushions to try and get to this red. There's some trouble with that shot, isn't it? He's pushing it towards the pocket, and it just could be that he's left it on. Playing at the speed he played, I didn't understand what he could gain by that. Couldn't even pot it at that speed.
He needed to play that escape off 2 cushions. Much more chance of safety that way.
1.
Maybe he intended to and just didn't hit it right.
Well, this could be a kind of a repeat of the first frame, one that Trump dominated for the most part and ends up losing on the colours. You just get the feeling this is where Ebdon would like to dig
6.
in and really take his time on these and give himself that 2-0 lead. But he knows he can't quite do that. He's got to get through these shots fairly quickly for him.
Well,
it's handy for Peter that the green is just a couple of centimetres away from its spot, because that means he's got a straighter angle on this. He hasn't got to go all around the table. Don't believe he's missed it. Don't believe it.
14.
Well, surely Ebdon has thrown the frame away.
I mean, if you are going to miss that shot, it's going to be on the thick side, as he did, because he was trying to hold for the brown, but you can tell by his face there, he's mortified by what happened.
3.
Trump has overscrewed from the green.
Can't imagine finishing anywhere worse than where he has. If he screws back any further, he's got an easy shot on the brown. This is tough now. Oh, that's an excellent shot. Great recovery. Still 18 points of difference though. He's not safe. Ebdon could get to a respot if he could clear blue, pink and black.
Tough shot that was.
Judd Trump 7.
But the blue couldn't have run any safer.
Well, he's given Judd Trump something here.
Tough shot from distance.
Just cannot quite get over the line in this frame. It's a worry if you're a fan of Judd Trump that he just can't quite get that killer blow in. Now, Ebdon pots this and he comes down towards the pink. And we could be looking at a respot here.
5.
Well, he's going to have to go all round the table to get from pink to black. It's doable. He knows it. And just short of the left middle pocket here, with lots of side, can take him all round the angles. Hit the jaw.
Well, that's one way to get position.
I can't believe that.
Very fortunate positional shot from Pink, but he slots the black away as well to tie the frame. An extra black will be required.
It's a tail. Your choice.
As usual, the player wins a toss, puts his man into bat, and will Ebdon play the double here? It's not impossible. You can never tell with Ebdon. He might play the long double into the top right pocket. He might try it. Well, he's not. He's gone for the negative shot. He's played it diabolical. We should have gone for the double now, Clive, doesn't he?
Well, anything but that. So Trump, to his immense relief, wins the second frame after all and levels the match at 1-1 in the earlier match. That's the league table as it stands. 4 players on 2 points, but Judd Trump and John Higgins have only played one match, or one completed match. Ebdon and Mark Allen have both played 2.
It was the more modern way of playing it that Ebdon tried there, which was black on one cushion, right cushion, and the cue ball on the left cushion, but when it goes wrong it looks really awful, like that shot did.
If you go back 20 years, the standard break off for a respot was to double the black back over the pink, blue and brown spots, but the modern shot is better if it's played well.
I'm trying to think if it was earlier in the season somebody cut one in a tournament. I think it might have been Barry Hawkins actually, went down to a respot in a match and he cut one in from the spot, which you don't see that very often.
Not really recommended because it's very much odds against.
Awkward. Judd Trump has played a funny old match here. He looks pretty good at long range, but he dominated the first 2 frames. He's almost lucky to be 1-1. Well, this could be a big pocket here if he can't get to the red over the hole in the first place, that is. The one that's up the table a bit might be a big pocket in off the other red or indirectly. I think he can just stick this one near the pocket in though. That's what he's trying. Oh, it was a blur, wasn't it? The speed he hit that at. Didn't have a clue where the cue ball was going to finish, but it's all right.
Six. Seven.
No, he didn't think there was any way the black went. Now all of a sudden he's thinking it might. He was all ready to play something else. Will that go? No, he thinks not. I think it might, but it's not a full pocket, that's for certain.
Time extension.
Looks like he's going to have a go at this green. Try to force it there, didn't he? Try to force the pace of the frame when that green and at that speed was a low percentage shot, I think, even for Trump.
Yes, his willingness to take on shots like that is one of the reasons that he's become such an attraction, but the downside is if you miss them and spread the reds, you're going to be sitting down for a while, more than likely.
Well, that's why he took so long to get out of qualifiers early on, because when he turned professional, trust me, he had a huge reputation as a player. But, you know, he got beat by players in qualifiers that played the percentage game a lot better, but didn't have the talent that Trump's got. That took him a long while to get into the higher echelons of the game.
Eight.
A lot of force attached to that shot, but perfectly on the blue.
$13. 14.
I'm sure when Trump took on that green, he thought he'd pot it, but it's not as if he's really in his stride at the moment. He's been involved in two very tight frames, lost the first on the black, won the second on a tie-break black, so maybe it wasn't the time to push the boat out even for him.
It looked a risky one. I mean, I suppose if he knocks it in, we'd say what a brilliant shot, but it did look like one that might be missed more times than he's got. And then you leave your man in here like Peter Ebdon, who you don't want to be doing that to, because he is so determined.
And apart from one simple pink in the last frame,
26.
he hasn't missed much.
$27.
Good idea to get the green out of the way, back on its own spot.
$30. $31.
Now up to now, Ebdon has potted 95% of the balls that he's attempted. Trump's percentage is 85.
38.
Okay, some pots are easier than others, but Ebdon has been the more solid performer.
Which is not really a surprise, although I thought he might be just outgunned in this match. It's not really happened like that.
$39.
Still going to be tough to win the frame from here. 32 points, he's in front with this as well, but the reds are quite difficult. Wow. Develop the red and the black.
42.
What kind of angle does he have on this? I don't think it's a very big angle. He's playing this with pace. He could wriggle it.
Peter Ebdon, 42.
Well, 10 out of 10 for prediction there, Neil.
I don't know what he played on, Clive. I mean, he's not even on the black from that shot. It's a strange way to play the shot. Just pot the red and not be on anything.
Chance for Trump to knock two reds a little further from the cushion. He's trailing by 35. The more reds in the open, the better from his point of view. Very good pot from Ebdon. On the retreat, one might say, but a single red, and if necessary a roll-up, is not the worst thing to do when you're in front as he is.
No, the roll-up's what he's playing. He's not queuing up as if he's interested in going for this in the middle pocket, and he's covered them up nicely. I just played to lay on this.
Foul, the miss. Peter Ebdon, 4.
Well, misjudged the angle, misjudged the strength.
One.
Well, this time, that same kind of shot along the cushion there, he's managed to get. Mm, 2-1 looks as if it's going to be in favour of Peter Ebdon now, doesn't it? And lead of 48 points, 2 reds in the middle of the table he'll concentrate on.
Nine.
So Trump needs 2 4-point snookers, even in the unlikely
16.
event of Ebdon missing this red to middle.
$17. $24. Thank you. 24 on the frame. Peter Ebdon.
Ebdon controlled that frame and took it comfortably. He leads by 2 frames to 2. Peter Ebdon supplied some early pressure on Judd Trump. Ebdon leads by 2 frames to 1.
It's a bit of a worry now for Judd Trump. How's he going to turn this match around? He's got to win 3 in a row to get all the points. suppose he'd settle for a draw, wouldn't he, at this point? The way that he's playing, giving chances away.
I'm sure he thought there that the red that he attempted was the only one he could leave.
Yeah, he's okay this time.
Time extension.
Ebdon dropped his chalk there and had to pick it up, so he wasted a bit of time. He's using extension on this, which is not a very difficult shot. I suppose his problem is he doesn't want to leave that red and in the right corner. Bit of a weak safety shot. He wants to be covering that red, otherwise he'd be very disappointed. That's not a good shot from Ebdon, even to give Judd a sniff at this long red.
One.
Well, it's finished about as badly as it could have done. Snookering himself on his intended red.
Yeah, there's some hope though. If he could pot this red and get on the pink, perhaps. It's, as you say, not what he played on at all. It's strange, isn't it? It was a shot that he played badly that worked out in his favour. That was a great recovery.
And was bound to split the bunch, whether he potted the red or not.
Well, he was trying to hold it so they could get onto the red in the left middle, but he couldn't really do that. But he's still got another option, red to the corner pocket. Again, stretching. He's missed a couple when he's overreaching slightly. Not this time.
11.
He's got the ability to win frames in 6 minutes, 7 minutes, rattling through them. That's what he would like to do now, get a couple of very quick frames under his belt, get to the front.
16. $17. 23. $24.
No, Pink's looking up now. Black will go to the left corner. Pink's very much available also. This is how he likes them. He's managed to get the balls in open position from that one shot that kind of went wrong in the first place, when the reds will burst open. And if that's on the red, it's absolutely A1.
37. 38. 45.
And that's also a very
46.
good shot. Well, the century's on. Probably not the first thing on his mind. It will be getting past the point where Peter Ebdon wants a snooker, but where the balls are now, you wouldn't bet against him making a 100 break.
53.
And thus earning a £1,000 bonus.
54.
Well, the pink would just sneak past the red.
$60. 61. 68.
And very quickly this frame is over. I've been playing long. Up to 7 minutes. That's all they've been playing. And this frame's gone. That's what I'm saying. Trump can do that to you.
76. 77.
The break has only been in progress 6 minutes.
$84. 85.
Nicely judged Cannon.
91.
Ebdon just building himself up for the next frame.
Excellent. 92. 98.
It's been a very good break, this.
99.
And now I'm going to see a century.
$106.
Excellent positional play. Hasn't had to play a difficult pot.
109.
Judd's already made a 1-2-1 break earlier in the competition. Week 1, actually. Up in Skegness.
130.
Beat it here. Get to 131, which would be a candidate for the highest of the whole of the Premier League.
118. 124.
Superb. Top class. A total clearance of 131 brings Judd Trump level at 2-all. But Judd Trump, one of those with a match in hand.
Yeah, but also you would say that the winner of this match, if there was to be one, would be in a great position. 2 wins from 3 for Ebdon. That would put him in a strong chance of finishing the front 2 in the group, and of course Trump would be 100% still. And it is a fairly tough looking group as well. Sean Higgins back to form now, as we know, winning in Shanghai a couple of weeks ago. He's almost the player that won 4 world titles again after a quiet 2011.
1.
full-blooded pot from Ebdon, who has come through the bunch, which he might not have done.
Yellow ball.
It's a good job at winning. It was leaving a chance straight away. It was a good pot though. Oh dear. Now everything's moved there. Yellow, green, brown, blue all went
Peter Ebdon. One.
careering around the table.
Yeah, the beeps may have put him off, and I don't think he had quite the presence of mind to ask for a time extension. But he's been lucky enough not to leave anything.
He's going to be more put off by the beats than other players, isn't he, Ebdon? Let's be honest. Because he's a bit slower. He's not played all that slowly. Now, hang on a minute. Peter thinks he does it. Yeah, hang on a minute. Does he didn't
Oh, no.
Is he playing that brown over the pocket? Don't think he is he? Because I know that he has struggles with colour blindness. No. He's not done that. I saw him do it recently, actually, you know, in the final of the Australian Masters, which he lost to Barry Hawkins in the first frame. He hit the brown. There was a red on the brown spot, which confused him. The brown was away from its spot. And he just went into the brown because he suffered some colour blindness. For a second I thought he was going to knock the brown in and try and clear up. Thankfully that wasn't the case.
Well, I thought he might have been mistaking the brown for a red in this instance, because the brown's in such an unusual place.
Yeah, it's one of the few things you can ask a referee, actually. What colour is the ball in front of you? And of course he's allowed to tell you. As long as he knows, of course. Well, I think we're pretty safe in the knowledge that he knows it's the brown after that tremendous shot. Well, this will go, but it's not a very nice shot to be playing. Queuing down on this as well.
Played it in such a way that he gave the red every chance to wriggle clear if it didn't go in.
Just might be the kind of frame that Peter Ebdon will be happy with, having just sat out a brilliant 1-3-1 break from Trump. Ebdon, little rueful smile there. Well, Trump was grinning anyway. Sure what for.
Time extension.
Well, he's taken a time extension here. He's thinking that his shot is awkward. Does he fancy the pot? Not really. Got to make sure he doesn't go into the brown here. He's played it slowly. That's not a very good shot at all. In fact, it's a terrible shot. He's played a holding safety shot. He had a time extension, plenty of time to think, but he stuck Trump in.
One. Five. 6.
When Trump gets in round the pink and black like this, the red's in the middle of the table, the question that immediately springs to mind is this going to be a frame winning break?
Yeah, and as you're saying, it all happens so quickly. He doesn't take a lot of time on shots. He knows what he's doing.
21.
But it's been a tough old match for him. He's been out-thought and out-manoeuvred for a lot of it. But he looks to be in quite good form.
27.
Maybe just getting into it now. We just assume that someone like Trump will just come out and play his best from the very start, but he's settled into it in the last 15-20 minutes or so.
If Trump is going to be world champion and world #1, he's obviously going to have to win all sorts of frames against all sorts of players. No substitute for experience, and the only way you can get it is on the match table.
Thank you. 35.
Well, he leapt up in the air as if he had a kick there.
42.
All it's done is stop the cue ball a little bit. It didn't look too bad. I'm sure he did get a kick if he says he did. Only a
Time
small
extension.
one. Put a little bit of emphasis on the positional side of it and the fact that he was short with his thread, but he's all right. Took a time extension, which he's probably not going to take. Played the shot with
43.
Just under 30 seconds left. But all in all, he's getting into a position where he could take this 3-2 lead.
$48. 49. 56. 57.
'He's got chances of slipping behind those reds on the left here from the angle he's got on the black. He's gone right behind them. I think he's on one up into the yellow pocket there. That's not so bad.
64.
Not the one he wanted.
Frame ball.
He's looking at other shots, but he's always going to play this.
.68 in front, only 59 on.
69. 7.
Well, he started to turn things on here.
.76. Can cannon the two reds near the side cushion into better positions.
77.
Yeah, not bad. He may have covered the pink with one of those reds, but it's maybe a chance to land on the other red, the safer of the two. And the shot. Well, it's strange, isn't it? He's kind of doing now to Ebdon what people thought he might do from the very start. Trying to overwhelm him.
83.
Well, there's a little bit of an angle he's got here to get in behind the red.
Ninety in the frame. Judd Trump.
Judd Trump was 2-1 down, but with breaks of 131 and 90. He leads breaks of 131 and 90. So he's 3-2 up, and he's going to get either a draw or a win from this match. So that's the league table in Group B as it stood at the start of play. And that's how Group A will look in tomorrow morning's papers, if they print it.
Thank you. The final frame. Peter Ebdon to break.
Well, having a go at this already. Oh yes, that was the best shot of the match.
What?
That's beautiful striking. Well, that cube will just run and run there. He's got the red, of course, to the right corner. Has he got another one? If he's on anything else, he's a little lucky. He's on that. I can assure you that is not the red he played onto, that gap. But he will take it.
No, he played on the two outer reds.
7.
Yeah, I think he recognises what a chance this is to win the match 4-2 from 2-1 down. At the moment the black's not on, but it's not to say that it won't be in a few shots.
No spot available for the pink.
30.
Oh, he's overscrewed it.
14.
Dear oh dear. He's probably still got a shot at this yellow, but of all the places to finish, I mean, there's such a wide area. Didn't want to be there.
$16. $17.
Well, he just keeps on potting balls. He's not necessarily
22.
been in complete control in any of these breaks in the last 2.5 frames, but he just keeps on finding a way of keeping the break alive.
23.
Two reds pot to the right corner. He would have wanted to be on the one just above the black, but he's
28.
not got a very good angle on that one. So now it's not as good as it looks, this. They've got to smash the reds open here. That's a good shot as long as he doesn't drop in there. He played it with a touch of right-hand side, reverse side off the cushion, which takes him right up the table. It was an excellent shot. Now we're seeing what he's capable of.
$35.
Just checking, I think, to see if any of those two reds by the black pop to the left corner. Love to be able to drop on one of those.
$41.
Once again, reverse side on that. Left hand side, taking the cue ball up the table. Not straightforward on the blue. But it's pretty devastating stuff, this. I'd say he's not finished on one. He got the worst kiss you can imagine on that red. And I think this break might be coming to an end just when
47.
you thought that he couldn't miss. Judging by Trump's reaction, he's not on this red directly. Got to play safe, I'm afraid. Time to walk away.
Judd Trump, 47.
Red under the side cushion to minimise the chance of Ebdon clearing up in one if he does get in. Well, he's got the cue ball back into baulk somehow or other. Hit the red much thinner than intended. Cannon the black. But there's still left a long red for Trump.
And if he goes far enough past fault, he'll play the yellow in the middle. Good pop, this. No, he's decided to nip in behind it. That's
Judd Trump, 1.
suggests he wasn't perfectly on it, so that he couldn't get down for a red. And also, he knows with a 48-point lead, Ebdon's the one that's got to do all the running here. He can just sit back and wait and see what comes his way. Well, he's way off that.
Foul and a miss. Judd Trump, 4. Well,
we've seen a really good burst of brilliance from Trump in the last 2.5 frames. He's been all over that man. He's not had a chance.
Ebdon's a very good player, but Trump has the X factor.
Yeah, Ebdon just potted one ball since he led 2 frames to 1. It's not quite over yet, but you just feel that he's on a roll. There's only that bit of a bad luck earlier on in the frame when he had a bad little nudge on a red is the reason why he didn't make another century break, I think.
7.
He was on such a roll that in a way you couldn't see anything stopping him, but he just drifted out of position, so he didn't win the frame in a single scoring visit.
30.
Nevertheless,
14.
He is still going to win it. He's already a long way past the winning post in terms of his opponent needing snookers.
20. 21.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to watch him play like this, isn't it, Trump? He is a brilliant player. Still a few rough edges, I'd say, with this game. Will he ever be anyone with such a polished game? But he's too good for Ebdon tonight.
Peter Ebdon 4.
Judd Trump was 2-1 down, but with breaks of 131, 90, 47, and a concluding 27, he flew through the last 3 frames to win by 4 frames to 2. 2 wins from 2 matches is Trump's record.
Yeah, wonderful night of snooker, confirmation of all our results. There's the one we've just seen, Judd Trump beating Peter Ebdon by 4 frames to 2. That puts Judd top of the pile at the moment in Group B. And as we saw earlier on tonight, we started with Bingham winning by the same scoreline against Ding Junhui by the same scoreline. I'm glad to say that Judd Trump is with me now. Judd, great performance. How do you think you played?
I didn't play too bad. I played good at the end. But the first couple of frames I kind of give it to him, so it was a bit frustrating.
When you say give to him, you mean you weren't finding your rhythm early on?
I was just in control of the frames and I missed 2 pretty easy balls that I should have potted, so give him a good start, but in the end I played pretty well.
Is it difficult to settle in various conditions? I mean, we had a packed house here tonight. The lights are quite hot, a few of the players have mentioned.
Not really. I think we're all used to it by now. We've played on TV a lot, so it's the same for all the players. Peter played pretty well, I think, and I just didn't really miss towards the end.
You got a great break of 131 as well. As a snooker player, I mean, you're knocking in tons every day in practice. During a game, how much confidence does that give you?
I think it gives you a lot of confidence, but I don't really take any notice of how I play in practice. I just try and go out there and play my best, and it's nice when you've got a full house every week in the Premier League. It's nice to come and play in front of the fans and have a lot of support.
We saw Ding lose earlier on. A lot of people thought he might, and he still has got a chance of doing very well in this competition. A lot of people fancy you as well, not because you're playing so well at the moment, but also because of the formula involved in it, the shot clock, 25 seconds. You must fancy your chances.
Yeah, I fancy my chances. I don't think there's anyone in it this year that I can't beat. I've got a good start to the league, so hopefully now kick on and get to the semi-final and just see where it goes.
Well, congratulations, great night of snooker. Judd Trump, everyone. Well done, Judd. Yeah, wonderful performance by Judd Trump, the current UK champion. A quick reminder of the World Seniors starts towards the end of this month. Days 1 and 2 over that weekend, 27th and 28th of October, featuring obviously Darren Morgan, defending champion, the Whirlwind Jimmy White, and the Nugget, of course, as well, Steve Davis. And a quick reminder that the roadshow of the Premier League carries on.